Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Is just being left on top of you and hitting you with his paws.
Yeah, this is kind of how this matchup goes, is you do press R and then all of your other buttons onto the Ahri, and she loses
one of them is the stun version.
Yeah, and she loses all of her health.
Yeah. As Frog might be just dead. Yes, Perfect is going to solo kill him. Missing a little bit of context here.
Solo kills his opposition. As looks like just an all-out incident here. Where
a classic all-out incident.
Yep, just pulls him away from the turret.
Yeah, it's beautifully played. Spike could be pretty powerful as Yehu's going to get snared up by Beryl. Aftershock is going to wear off though as Heartbreaker coming on in there as the bear goes down. Man, that is a feather recall. That was amazing from Teddy. Not able to get any kills just yet though as Frog going down so low depth. Gets it with a hail of arrows as Sponge finally able to grab one back as well. But now the Vi is out of the fight and the Cassante is Cassanteing, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect gets another one.
It's just alone enough, I guess. So far this game it just has been.
Yep.
BDD in danger.
Yeah, there's a cease and desist as BDD knew that something could be coming as that is a very dead Vi. Yep, brought him underneath the turret with that preemptive flash. Really nicely done from BDD. And yeah,
reading them like a book indeed. And so easy. Beryl is just so smart, man.
He just knows, and you know, maybe he has a bit of added experience alongside some of these guys as well. They've been in a similar organization for some time. It's okay. Yehu diving on in there. They look for the Annie and they do manage to take her down. But now Tibbers is extraordinarily angry. Sponge is going to die alongside Yehu. And yes, you managed to get your one target, but everyone else is still alive and they will take you out. So it's a rough time. One thing also came to my mind, Wolf, and that is the okay, there is a Feather Storm used by Teddy. Definitely had to. That hook was very, very close. It was almost like he wasn't quite able to get the ulti, but then finally was able to do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, like, I wish you hadn't said that to me because it's just another reason for me to look at the Cassante champion in a less a positive light. Teddy does not have
ult. Oh dear, BDD is going to find him, and there is a depth charge. Pyoshik picks up the kill, and now he's going to possess this Xayah. Yeah, he gets the passive stacked up. That's a max range Chains of Corruption. And then the piercing arrow to go straight through the Braum. Didn't have a door that time. It was torn off the hinges. And KT, I think they're going to march up the mid lane, look to break open the base, and maybe even more.
The super minions are going to guarantee for that next 120 seconds. Beryl.
Oh, Charm going to connect onto Pyoshik, who dashes his way out. Bear comes down, and Teddy going to have to go up into the sky, but it's not going to be enough to save him. He's going to stay up there as BDD takes him down. The Xayah once again is going to fall. That is the Pyoshik version of it. Maybe not the possession that he really wanted in that instance, because Xayah has been falling quite a lot this series as teleports are coming in, and KT, they want to go home.
Looks like it. I think that's going to be GG Atlas. Fleta holding up the door, but he is going to be pushed right through it into the death chamber, as that's the ace, and that is KT. Clean 1-0 start to the series, we could say, as they win all three lanes, and BDD just keeps setting up stuns, just keeps setting up plays. Fantastic game for BDD.
Oh, this is what I wanted. I was daring to believe that maybe Perfect has got something a little bit more aggressive planned into the Gnar, and there it is, the Camille. One of the oldest of the counter picks into the Gnar. Of course, both of these, as that is a flash in from Deft. All right, as the Shockwave, and Yehu, I mean, it's brute force, but that is first blood for BDD.
Yep, he doesn't have two charges of flash, and Deft is just making that roam, and they are being so successful, and that's why this Camille is so great for this trap. It's not like Perfect is getting kills. It's Fleta.
Oh dear, yeah, the wall is going to come on through there, but the snare is going to land as well. Sponge gets amongst it though, as Fleta going down extraordinarily low. Def now finds himself in front of three people. Teddy's on fire as the Blacksmith is after him, and now Sponge is going to be taken down. It was a fight in so many different parts, and I feel like we missed a lot of the important bits. But Pleta's the last man standing, and Teddy is still...
There's no vision here. There's vision in the pit, as I think he's realizing.
Well, there is a mom, and now Beryl going to get that knock-up. Remember, Teddy, no flash up and available. That's a great little dash into the wall from Beryl. Gets the knock-up, and Oh my goodness. Okay, it's now 4-0 for KT. They'll take some more bubs as well. That could be 6. Never mind. It'll be 5 if they are able to actually get some of these. But instead, Sponge going to grab a couple.
Hope for DRX is maybe they can get something in a perfect here. He has Hextech Ultimate and Flash, though.
That does make it quite difficult, but it is just going to be the wallop landing. And now gets the physical shield as well. Oh, the drill is going to land. And now Perfect tries to get out, but the wind becomes fire. And now BDD. Oh dear, he's running real quickly, looking to try and catch up to them. Does he have another dissonance? No, and he's going to get slowed down by the boomerang
in this one. And if he gets Hextech Ultimatum, he's dead. And that's the end of the fight.
He's not only an ult button, though, because he's also a stacking button.
True. I mean, he can stack a little bit.
As Weaver's Wall is going to block Pyoshik, who's now just going to head towards the top lane. Sponge, possibly going to get knocked up, but no, he actually isn't. As Pyoshik was thinking about trying to do a bit of a roundabout maneuver, but that's not going to work. Perfect is going to be able to take down this outer turret on the bottom side of the map, though, as the Rift Herald was very distracting.
Yeah, Pyoshik maybe for a steal attempt.
All right, Q going to go completely wide there as we've got a teleport coming in. Beryl wanting to get in on this action as there is a Camille coming down as well. The ramp, oh my god, there was another at some point, but he's gone now.
And they're just continuing to skirmish with the Senna. Fear of Shojin will help him stack a little bit faster as Rascal may be in trouble.
Yeah, another hookshot going to come down there as Perfect just uses it to close the gap. There is the disengage from the Hextech Ultimatum as Seismic Shove is going to miss. And now Sponge thinks he may have found Perfect, but it's actually Teddy that locks him down. Mom gets mad.
+1 stack.
And that is a second kill for DRX, and it's on exactly the right champion. Now, Sponge going in. The Seismic Shove is too good, and instantly they both blow up, and there's the KT we're used to seeing. Deft, that's a creative way of getting out of there, and he will be safe, at least for the moment. As Hook going to connect onto Beryl, and it looks like DRX want to go for Baron. This is going to be the recipe for Game 3 that DRX were looking for. So far, things looking better than the first game as Hextech Ultimatum comes on down. Teleport in from Beryl as well as he joins. They do manage to get the ram over as Perfect is just dead. Beryl's going to have to flash to get himself out of the way as now BDD and Pyoshik in position to try and help out as Teddy. Oh, the 3-man shockwave is gigantic from BDD as they round the corner, but Teddy still at full health. He's sneezing all over them. And KT not going to be able to get rid of DRX that easily still. They managed to take down Pleta and trade for Perfect.
Was very worried for KT that we were going to see another situation that we just saw bottom side come to pass once more.
Oh, okay. Well, Yahoo is taking a lot of damage. Does have to flash to get out of the way. The Sonic Wave is... Oh, wind becomes lightning. That could have almost got Sponge in there, but instead he's going to be flashing to get himself out of the way as that back is not gone. Oh, Teddy is in a little bit of trouble, but so is Deft. BDD, can you actually find it? The clockwork wind-up's not enough! And Teddy is going to be able to walk out of this one. Perfect is now walking the wrong direction as he wants to make sure that he saves his teammates instead of just killing the low-health Smolder. And in fact, he's just not able to do either of those things as Beryl does go down. And Perfect just wants to kill someone, but he's just not going to be able to do anything. So he teleports in to die. Look for too much more. Unless they're going to go for this Baron. So they have started it off. Vision available for KT towards the back of the pit. As Q going to connect there. Rascal taking a fair bit of damage, but he's got Mega Knot coming on in soon. So he needs to be respected. Weaver's Wall comes down. And now Beryl looking for some opportunities. The Shockwave does absolutely nothing, though, as they peel away from the Baron.
Beryl still has ultimate, and they are all stacked up, so they just have to run away. There's no way they can actually fight this anymore. The Narbar has expired.
Deft taking some damage as well. BDD, like you say, off to the side, wants a big Shockwave. As there is the Weaver's Wall. The kickback does come on through, but Mom gets angry, and down goes the Lee Sin. That means that the Drake is going to be secured, and the center just explodes, pops like a balloon. Another great Shockwave, but it's too little, and it's definitely too late. Teddy once again limps away from the fight, but he gets everything that he wants. And it's feeling so much more like a 3-game series here. As Perfect is getting thrown around like a ragdoll. Nice little hook shot there. And he decides he wants to opt back into the fight. He's got a GA. And it's really sad that he has to say goodbye to it right here as Pleta moves on in. Rascal He gets to Mini Nara, and that means that he can chase him down, even able to utilize his Super Mario Brothers skills as he gets the hop.
Push down these turrets. Here's Yehu's wall.
Yeah, the Weaver's wall has just been so valuable at locking down these positions. As there's the knockup onto Teddy. The shockwave comes in. The Zhonya's comes on through, but he's so incredibly low, and there is the kill. So that is so much damage now missing. Q going to connect. There is another knockup from Beryl, who's just taking matters into his own hands. And now the Hextech ultimatum into the backline. Yehu gonna be taken out as well. Beryl, another one. Not going to quite find the stun there, but Rascal is the only one left alive. And yeah, I guess we doubted KT before, and maybe that gave them superpowers.
And it's going to be 2 TPs to top to try to push down this inhibitor so they can get double inhibs off the play, especially if Rascal gets stagger death tier. He's not going to be up for a while.
He is kiting pretty impressively at this point in time, as yeah, that Piercing Darkness not quite going to do it. Flapping towards Perfect, this is dangerous. They are looking for the Camille, that's all they really want to lock down, but now he's able to get that flash over. Pleta is going to be able to lock him up. The Drake is secured by Beryl, so there is the Soul, but now they're looking to try and get on top of the Nautilus. It's not exactly the priority target, but that is so much work being done. The GA now going to get procced, as Beryl is really actually just trying to win this game by himself. It's not enough though, because the GA comes in and the Zhonya's is going to be there. And now it's just the bottom lane against the world for KT.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough to defend this. Teleport coming through. This is an open inhibitor here, and they have a pretty big wave coming through. Teddy TP's back. Let's see what Beryl can get done.
Bar is just massive.
Deft has GA.
Yeah, not able to quite get a knock up here though, as you can see Rascal just kiting Deft around. The first Nexus turret is going to fall, as now GA going to be procced here, and the Elder Drake that is the Smolder is just burning through Beryl's massive health bar, and Teddy, he's got all of his health completely back, and Sponge, he can tank up the turret for as long as he likes. We're going to 3 games, ladies and gentlemen. DRX even out.
This is not standard, really, what we are seeing here. And it's actually Pleta on the Varus. Now, remember, Pleta is a former AD carry player, so he definitely could end up just playing it and farming.
A try before.
And I do appreciate this, given that...
Yeah, Deft is just hopping on over. There is the snare, and it's so beautifully done as well, as he picks it up. That is the Rend that's going to lock down first blood, as now Beryl and Pleta are fighting. Pleta has some more power.
Get a pretty large advantage from this. Does have the refillable pot now, and the longsword picked up as we're just constant action, I guess.
Yeah, BDD is in so much. He's just dead. He's just really, really dead. And now Pyoshik is looking for Sponge, but he knows that Rascal is just here.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to normally, like, you know, do the Valor to... it's all right. Beryl is being very noisy. Sponge going to come down and clear out vision. Should mean that KT are going to at least survive.
So the cool thing about the Wei, whether it's support or it's AD carry, is it has insane wave clear, and Teddy's using that well. Sponge has the fast track.
Yeah, that is a flash forward, and the Gaping Maw is fantastic from Teddy. Pleta locks down yet another kill as Beryl just watches. So Orcs, some concentration, please, if you would not mind. It would be much better to have like an Infernal Soul, something like that. Hextech Soul.
Infernal is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Beryl looking for the opportunity here. Pop Blossom that is such a dead Talia. Talia has not been this dead in a really long time, as now Rascal dives forward, and Pyoshik is going to do the same thing. Going to make sure that they keep a bit of damage onto Pleta. And that is the wrong Nico.
Weaver's Wall is very dangerous here for KT. They need to play around it, respect it.
Yeah, and there the Chains of Corruption are finally going to land, but this time Fate's Call is going to respond immediately. You mentioned the Weaver's Wall. That is a single-man ultimate, but maybe it's just going to work out as Beryl locks down that kill. Teddy is flashing away because the power was unleashed. And now Pyoshik able to...
A difficult fight to pilot. I think this is the first real test in a 5v5 for Teddy.
Well, Weaver's Wall is up and available, but Yehu actually going to opt into it. This is going to be Soul Point, and it's just delivered over as Perfect. Eats a Sonic Wave just to make sure that he keeps the Lee Sin out of this area. They're going to have to do it for the entirety of next week as well, as DRX wanting to try and keep their playoffs hopes alive. As that cute little kick out from Sponge, but he's going to get gnawed into the wall, and now Beryl, he's going to turn up once again. The Gnar looking like he might survive as the Pop Blossom onto 2. Perfect. Able to find the Hyperprox. That flash was amazing to get out of the way of the blind. And now Sponge, he cannot close in on this. Safeguard finally comes in, but there he is with the fadeaway. And it's a double kill for Beryl. Give Perfect the POG. Just lock it in to have a look.
Try again.
Oh yeah, and that might just get the Baron. Rascal cannot tank up this turret, even though it is very, very low on its last legs, you could say, as the Ignite ticking down. Are they just not going to kill him and lose Baron?
Yes.
Are they not going to kill him? No,
yes.
No.
I think that might happen. Is Rascal's flying over as fast as Valor can carry him.
Well, the Weaver's Wall is going to break things apart. As you can see, the Baron is going to go down exceptionally. It's stolen! What?
Yeah, who gets it done? Rascal is going to die for it.
Yeah, well, he might. Well, we'll just have to see. He's the most important member to have Baron. So getting that kill, really, really huge. To not smite it when it had an under-smiteable amount of health. 5 health.
5 health.
Whoa.
And yeah, the reaction here is
likely to be secured here, but DRX, they want to trade it for this outer turret in the mid lane. That is a lot of extra power, a lot of extra control. As Perfect with his Narbard now charged up as Pleta gonna have to flash. Get himself out of the way. It was a good scatter from B2D. Make sure that that CC was going to be in there. The Drake is going to be secured by Purishik. That is Cloud Soul now available. As the wind becomes lightning, connects onto Teddy. There is the scat of the week as well. Wallop doesn't connect, but the snare, everything max range, and BDD flashes in. He'll be able to eat up the ultimate from Teddy, but yeah, Teddy ain't doing anything more in this team fight, and that was every single ability was maximum range, I swear.
They're not pronouns. Are they
pronouns?
Who, what? That's those pronouns. What's the part of speech? I don't know.
I beg your pardon?
It's not pronouns.
Proper nouns?
No, I don't know what it is.
All right. Well, that is a dead Rascal.
Rascal's dead.
Rascal is dead. And Rascal is the proper noun.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
This today has killed me. And I was like, and I also,
we were dead game 2 of our first series.
Yeah, and I was also.
All right, Pleta might be dead right now as Pop Blossom onto Teddy. He can't catch a break, can he? It's just really not working out. The bottom lane is eradicated.
I think, Atlas, the question about can they play this way out, this comp is just so fragile. Where's the front line? Where's the tanks? You just need to play around space. You need to play around Weaver's Wall. And if you lose control for just 1 second, you're doomed as...
And you need to get picks as well as Rascal on that flank angle like you were talking about. Deft is just bouncing around the fight. There is the Ren to lock up the kill. And he survives somehow. Fate's Call comes on in. That's going to make sure that the Nico lives.
Gnar, that hasn't been working out in this series in general. Both games of Gnar. They're going to try, though. They're going to try, Atlas.
Well, they're going to look for it. And that is going to be the sacrifice of the Baron once again for a glimpse of a Gnar. That is what they traded for. So there's the Baron. Crypt Bloom done for Teddy. So he's got 3 items. If you're actually going to put your body in there, you want to be Purishik in this game. As Scat of the Week is going to connect onto the very fast Quinn, and she's dead. She's extremely dead. BDD going to go golden immediately afterwards as Beryl doesn't quite find too much there with the Pop Blossom.
It's 2 flashes, though, on the immobile carries here.
And there's only, yeah, the Elder Drake is now up again. The flash forward from Beryl and the dive in. This Syndra is doing way too much damage right now. Or maybe the health bar of the Varus is just far too small. The Hui is going to fit into that boat as well as Sponge looks to try and hold the minion wave for a little while longer. But here's the minion wave that Perfect had prepared earlier. And they're going to get a teleport
down bottom here. And KT, clean final game in this series. Sponge alone isn't going to get it done. Rascal's going to come and watch. Yeah, as the Baron buff is still active, and that should be it.
Yeah, Bouncy Castle going to come on through here as Rascal just wants a last hurrah, trying to get a couple of kills if he can, but he's not going to be able to. The Nexus goes down, and KT will knock DRX out of the playoffs. It was a 0.02% chance or something that they were going to be able to make it.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.